Once my screen is visible. Okay, so just ignore my drawing. So basically, let's assume this is your corporate network. Okay, this
Mm-hmm.
is you. Okay, and inside your corporate network, there would be multiple type of target devices. Some could be Windows servers, some could be Unix servers, some could be network devices, some could be databases, some could be cloud consoles, right? Some could be HPA devices. So there would be n number of devices inside your component network, right?
Yeah.
Corporate network, right?
Yeah.
So all these targets, these would be having a number of accounts associated with them. And you can easily compromise these targets if you are able to compromise these accounts. So hence these accounts are called privileged accounts and these needs to be protected, right?
Correct.
How can you protect these accounts basically? So basically you have to make sure that access to these accounts is only having to the right people. Proper password rotation of these accounts is having happening, right? If
Yeah.
in case password is compromised itself, it should be rotated immediately so that the hacker who invested a lot of time and energy in compromising the password, that is changed. Okay,
Okay.
so that's why spam solutions are there in the market. So there are multiple PAM solutions beyond Trust, Thycotic, Delineus, CyberArk, but out of the in the market, CyberArk is currently the best solution. Okay. So what happens in the real time? Wait. So this would be your corporate network inside which different types of targets would be there, right?
Yes.
And you be from any team, like you are a software developer, you are a data scientist, you are an ML engineer, you are an IT admin, you are a DB admin, whatever role you are doing. So basically you enter these targets only. For example, you are a software developer, you have to deploy an application, web application. So you would be logging into some Windows server or some Unix boxes, and there you would be deploying your applications, right?
Correct.
So could you tell me from your experience itself how you just give me a moment, please. Normally, let's say there is no PAM solution in your environment, okay, and you have to deploy some application to a remote server. So how you would log in? How you would take access to your remote servers? So what steps would you follow? Can anyone tell me?
If it is Windows system, we just type MSTSC and put the IP and connect. If it is
Hmm.
Linux, we'll use PuTTY.
Okay. Yep. And so what other details you would need? You told me, okay, I would put in the IP and I would connect. There would be some additional details as well. No? You would need
Username and password.
username and password. Correct. Okay. So,
Hello, we can't hear you if you are speaking. అజయ్ వినపడుతుందా నీకు?
No.
Correct.
hmm. Plus, are you aware of the word accountable? Hello, guys, please, all of you, open your mic. Hello.
Hello. Hey, Akhil.
Please open
Yeah.
your mic. Am I audible, by the way?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. So, are you aware of the word accountable?
Yes.
Hmm.
So
So, what do
accountability
you
is
mean by the
sometimes
word accountable?
someone needs to be owned. Like if I have a user, if
Correct.
I need to take care of that,
Hmm.
I need to
Correct.
protect. Yeah, it should be
So, base
accountable
and
for the
another.
credentials there.
Yep. So, yes, that's true. So, now tell me one thing. If you are using that account through MSTS, would you be for any activity or not? For example, you are deploying an application on a Windows server, right? You have the username and password and the IP of the remote machine. You have logged in and performed the activity. But I'm asking the question, would you be accountable?
Yeah, should be because as you have the credentials, you should be accountable in maintaining those.
Okay. Now tell me, credentials are is with your whole team. Same credential is with your whole team, but deployment is performed by you. Now, all of your teammates, let's say you have 5 teammates. So would you now be accountable, or
It,
accountability is little bit decreased?
yeah, it's decreased because we never know who can access and make the changes, right?
Mm, and why? You can have the event logs and all those things who have accessed at what
But
time. So
it's a
why you are
generic
not
user, right?
accountable?
But yeah,
Hmm?
it's a generic user, right? So we never know who made changes because I'd be logged in
Hmm.
with the same credentials,
Good.
same as the other.
So, hmm. So that's why another reason, another risk is mitigated. So using any PAM solutions like CyberArk, so accountability is 100%. Though it is a shared account, your all of your teammates, your management, everyone is having access to a password. But who has used the password? CyberArk will generate audit logs for that, so everyone will come to know. Let's say, let's say I am logging into some server. Now I have deployed and I made some mistake. Now I can't blame anyone else. Like, no, it was not done by me. If you don't believe me, just check the logs. I won't be able to do that because these activities are very much critical, and management like they need and proof like who did what. Okay. Another thing is that auditing becomes easier. Like we have audit teams, compliance teams, which needs to make sure that like everything is going as per the security processes
So
implemented in the organization.
yeah, you said the user account got compromised. That case,
Mhm.
we are not accountability. Let's take the CyberArk credential got itself it's compromised. Then how you will prove that accountability will? I
Let's
mean,
say,
for login to the CyberArk, we'll be using LDAP credentials, right?
okay.
For login to the PWA. After
Mm-hmm.
that, the password will be provided by CyberArk. Just that is just to target the target. Just connect to
Mm-hmm.
target, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if that is the case, like same credential, if for example I am using connect to the target without CyberArk,
Mm-hmm.
same credential I am using login to the CyberArk.
Mm-hmm.
If my credential was compromised, then how can accountability will met here?
Could you come to your question once again? Like first situation you gave me, okay, I would be logging into the CyberArk portal using my LDAP credentials. After that,
But my LDAP credential was already compromised, and anyone can log in to CyberArk by using my LDAP credential, right?
hmm, okay,
So that
let's
time, how
assume this is
can
the case.
yeah?
Okay, so there is first of all there are there is various things implemented with CyberArk as well. You can say PTA is implemented, right? For example, now you have logged into your server, right? And see, you know, you are let's say you are using LDAP only, okay? Okay, first situation, let me give
Okay,
you are using only LDAP, right?
correct. Mm.
So let's assume, okay, someone has accessed your password. and now they are able to log into your server. Now let's say that particular hacker, he's trying to deploy some softwares, like some malicious software, some malicious code. So we have other components of CyberArk as well. Let's say PTA, so which won't allow them. The moment that particular guy, that particular hacker tries to do something malicious in the server using the credentials, okay, his session will be first of all terminated, and parallelly an event would be, an event alert would be generated. Now everyone will come to investigate. Now, now you can tell that was compromised itself. Okay. And once the session was terminated, once the event got alerted, there would be remediations as well proposed by PTA itself. Either it could be rotation of a password. Okay. So either for some time your CyberArk access could be rotated, your LDAP credentials would be rotated, anything solution could be there. Okay.
So, are you going to cover PTA
Hello.
also in this training? PTA deployment?
PTA, not the installation, but I can show you how PTA works.
Okay.
Because in lab install it, so there are some components like HTML5 gateway PTA. So installing those in lab, it gives a lot of issue. So it's never deployed properly. And I can but tell you, like I can show you how PTAs work, how PTA works.
And one more, just small question. So, how you are going to configure Vault here? Is it will be cluster or it will be like single standard alone?
Both. Both.
Okay.
Hmm.
And DR will be there, right?
Hmm.
Okay, fine.
Hmm.
So, regarding the
Okay.
PTA, right, Akhil? So, do you
Hmm.
have any existing lab which we can go
I
through?
will come to that. I will come to that as well.
Okay, okay.
So Mohan, another thing. So what is the authentication method in your organization which you are currently using to log into CyberArk?
It's a LDAP, and we are going to integrate with Azure.
SAML.
Yes, SAML authentication. Yes.
Okay. Let's say I hack your LDAP credentials. Okay. But I have hacked your credentials only. I haven't hacked you. I haven't taken control of your mind. Still you have an MFA there, right? The moment I hit the credentials, it will ask me for an OTP. But
Correct.
OTP only you can provide with your cell phones and all those things. There would be a Microsoft Authenticator installed on your phone through which you would be approving a SAML MFA request. I have just hacked your credentials, not you. So my hacking part has been blocked on the first way only, like to access the PAM portal. So there are two situations. First example I gave you, when you are using only LDAP, then how can we like how CyberArk can protect us? But in real time, LDAP is legacy authentication method. CyberArk is having that supported, but it does not recommend. CyberArk only recommends MFA to access CyberArk portal. Either it could be Radius, either it could be like SAML. Okay.
Okay.
Mm. Mm. Yeah. Prashant, you were asking something?
No, no. So, I have another scenario. So, does CyberArk provide the behavior analytics? Like, so let's say even somehow the credential has been compromised and the user is into the portal. So he's
Hmm.
trying to disconnect or shut down something. So does it provide the notification mechanism?
Yes, PTA is there for all this type of behavior analytics.
Okay.
Even if you have the access to rotate the passwords by yourself, even you are rotating your credentials too frequently, CyberArk will generate an alert. PTA will generate an alert. Like
Mhm.
you are rotating these credentials too much. Even
Okay.
if you have a retrieve password permission and you are retrieving the password too frequently, PTA will behave it. PTA will take it as a suspicious activity. So PTA basically it's an AI based tool. It works on
Okay,
these algorithms only.
got it.
Yep. Okay. So let me tell you so how CyberArk will work now. If in case you have implemented CyberArk in your organization. So first thing is that 3389 ports and SSH 22 ports would be blocked from your laptop so that you can't log in to any remote server out of CyberArk. Only 443 port be enabled. 443 port would be enabled. All the accounts, let's say administrator account, root accounts, which are used to log into the servers, would be onboarded to CyberArk. Now these N accounts would be onboarded to CyberArk. So using HTTPS 443, you have to access the CyberArk Web Console, which is PWA. Now from CyberArk itself, you have to access your remote machines, and CyberArk will make sure your credentials are being injected into the remote servers so that you even are not exposed to the credentials. So this is how your security of the privileged accounts is increased to a great extent. Another thing, uh, we have access provisioning part as well. Like for example, there is an Windows server, right? And you are from a software team, you are from a web application developer team. So only two people will have the access, two set of people would be having access to that servers. Okay. First team would be the normal Windows team and all those guys because they need to do the patching activity on through the servers and all those stuffs. Okay. Second would be you. You would be the application team guys who need to do their day-to-day work, supporting the application, deploying the application. Okay. Apart from that, no one else would be having access to your accounts. And in order to further enhance the security, like let's say, like domain administrators are there, domain admin accounts are there and onboarded into CyberArk. In order to further enhance the security, there would be other security mechanisms as well. Check in, check out. Only one person at a time could log into. Only one person at a time can use the account. We can have a dual control configured. So whenever you want to, whenever you want to use any account, an internal request would be generated within CyberArk, and that needs to be approved by someone higher in the hierarchy. It could be your manager, it could be your director. Okay, so he would validate first whether this request is legitimate or not.